And do you expect F-16 to arrive soon?
Yeah, hopefully very, very soon.
Very, very soon, like next week, next month?
Hopefully very, very soon.
The Ukrainians have been hopeful, right from the start. But the wait keeps getting longer. Ukraine has sought US-made F-16 fighter jets to help it counter Russia's air superiority for more than 2 years of war. So far, Denmark, the Netherlands, Norway and Belgium have committed to sending F-16s to Ukraine. The Ukrainian government says it's grateful to all the partners for providing military aid and supplying weapons, but vital aid is not arriving in required quantities. The Ukrainian defense minister says Russia's military is deploying more manpower and more equipment to fuel fighting, raging along a front line of about 1,200 kilometers. Kyiv's forces have managed to stabilize the new front in the northeastern Kharkiv region, where Russia attacked earlier this month. But Moscow is readying new brigades, and Kyiv needs to be ready to repel new attempts at a Russian breakthrough. And as EU defense ministers meet in Brussels to discuss support for Ukraine, the foreign policy chief says decision-making needs to be faster.
Everybody knows what Ukraine needs. Yesterday, the Ministers for Foreign Affairs, and I suppose today Minister Umerov will remind us which are the critical needs for the Ukrainians. So we have to provide them. And we have the resources. That's the sad thing, that we have the cash, we have the capacity, but we are still pending decisions to implement the recently approved Ukraine the assistance fund.
Our job here is not to negotiate or not to discuss what Putin wants. Our job here is to help Ukraine and give them everything they need for the victory.
My take is not as important as the Ukrainians. It's of course the Ukrainians who have to make that decision for any kind of peace negotiations, and our position is that we will support Ukraine for as long as it takes. And as far as I understand, their position is of course that they will welcome this upcoming summit. It's going to be taking place this summer, but it's the Ukrainians who decides if and when they want to negotiate.
We have announced now that what we are doing is talking to our partners to assemble a Patriot system, and we're also calling on other countries who have this capability to do the same. It's a scarce capability, but Ukraine needs it. So what we're doing is taking a step forward. We will deliver from our own Patriot capabilities several parts of a system so that we can assemble a whole system and deliver it to Ukraine. And we can only do this together.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy visited a Belgian airbase on Tuesday and was given a tour of F-16 fighter jets by the Belgian Prime Minister after Kyiv and Brussels signed a security accord. This includes the delivery of 30 F-16 fighter jets. The first F-16s are expected to be delivered to Ukraine by the end of this year and should be used by Ukrainian defense forces on Ukrainian territory. Zelenskyy says that's unfair.
Навіть вже ти бачиш точки, навіть від розвиток ти отримуєш мапи, супутникові знімки, ти бачиш, де вони стоять, але ти не можеш їм відповісти. Мені здається, це несправедливо. Але ми не можемо, і це факт, ризикувати підтримкою партнерів, і тому ми не використовуємо зброю партнерів по території Російської Федерації. І звертаємось, дайте нам можливість відбивати відповідні удари по їх військовим.
NATO's Secretary General says Western allies should allow Ukraine to use weapons supplied by them against targets inside Russia.
The fact that we are delivering equipment to Ukraine doesn't make NATO party to the conflict. We have the right to support Ukraine without becoming a party to the conflict, because we are helping Ukraine to uphold the right for self-defense. This war can end tomorrow if the government, the country that started the war, President Putin, stops to attack Ukraine. The challenge is that we see no signs that President Putin in Russia is planning to end this war. On the opposite, we are seeing that they are stepping up. So it's for Ukrainians to decide what are acceptable conditions for an agreement.